Hey everybody, Chris Bond 21 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2. It's going to be an exciting episode. As you can see, Donald and Goofy are literally jumping for joy. Actually, they're so excited because they know it's finally going to happen in this episode. But no, actually, they're trying to jump on this platform with Sora, and unfortunately the game has this weird little mechanic where they'll just keep jumping indefinitely, so try not to look at them and try to pay attention to me. So on the last episode, we went back into, well, we were already in Space Paranoids, and we were trying to help Tron repower a terminal to help us get back to Hallow Bastion in exchange for a password to access the DTD, a datascape of sorts, where all this information can be held, and we might be able to learn a little bit more about what's been going on out in the real world with the Heartless, Organization XIII, Ants, and all that good stuff. But we need to find what the password was, so we jumped back into the real world. We met Mickey, finally, at long last. We've managed to encounter Mickey again, and we spoke to him for a little bit, but we didn't quite get to know what he's been up to and what he's been doing, because Leon, buzzkill as ever, wanted us to go back inside the computer and give Tron the password, which we found out was just the 7 Princesses of Heart, listed in order, which, well, I guess not a specific order, but still weird password. Anyway, we put it in, but the MCP ended up getting control of the system. He sent a bunch of Heartless out into the real world to basically cause all sort of mayhem and mischief, and we ended up destroying the hostile program that was left behind to kill us. So that's where we're at now. We're going to head back to Hallow Bastion, and we're going to talk with Mickey and deal with a lot of revelations. So, yeah, I'm going to be quiet for quite some time, so enjoy.
Any data you need from the DTD can be accessed directly through my user's terminal. I'll keep a dedicated access channel open for you. I changed the password, so you won't have to worry about the MCP for a while.
Access channel?
I knew you'd ask. It's a very important link between our worlds. It's how we stay connected. You, my friends, are the new password.
Thanks, Tron. Take care.
You too, and give my best to the users.
Well, that's that.
Look.
Tron, hang in there.
So, where do we start?
I know. Let's access the DTD.
The King's checking the situation in town. He'll be back soon, so don't worry. Hey, look. It's asking for a password.
That's easy. It's...
Sora!
Goofy!
That's... to the point.
Well?
That did it. We're in. I have to go into town. Need to see what that last shakeup did.
You're not gonna check out the data? It wasn't exactly easy to get.
I'm coming right back. Hey, Sora. Why don't you get started unloading the data and copying it down? It's just a few keystrokes. Easy, right?
Yes, we can just run over there for a second. That door's still locked, but yes, so we just have to basically, this is just a little interlude. I could have just put this in the last episode. I didn't realize that there was a break here between the cutscenes. But quick question, does Sora even know what a computer is? Just wondering that now, because I mean, it lives on the island. I mean, I know that the island has the houses and everything, but do they get Wi-Fi on the Destiny Islands? Like, I wonder how that works. But okay, I'm gonna think about that for a little bit while you guys watch.
Can you walk?
Hey, these things take time, okay? Whoa, it's doing something.
Huh?
I think it wants to know what we want to know.
Riku and Kairi. No way. Even Ansem's computer doesn't know.
What's he doing?
I thought I'd ask the computer if it can tell us about them Nobodies.
What's this?
The data is corrupt.
What?
How about the organization? There!
The data is corrupt.
Stupid computer.
Sora!
Huh?
Who's this guy?
Well, I see you got things working.
Oh,
Your Majesty.
Good going. The computer should tell us the things we need to know.
But it keeps on saying the data inside's all kerscuffled.
All we got is a picture of some guy we don't know.
Ansem the Wise.
Come on, are you teasing us again?
Did you forget what Ansem looked like, Your Majesty?
Of course I do, and this is him. I'm positive.
Huh?
Excuse me, could you come this way, please? Look, this is Ansem. You know, the guy we all worked really hard to defeat.
Oh, that's right. I never finished explaining.
What?
Well, the man in the picture is definitely the one who tried to take over Kingdom Hearts. The one you fellas defeated. But what you actually fought was his Heartless. You see, he wasn't really Ansem. He just went around telling everybody that he was.
You mean... What?
Oh?
We went through all that trouble to defeat an imposter?
Yup, a fake. But he still had to be stopped.
I can't believe it.
Oh, I'm kind of confused. If he's a fake, then what happened to the real Ansem?
Well, that's just what I'm trying to figure out. Ansem the Wise should know all about Organization XIII's plans and what's been happening to the worlds. I'm pretty sure he'll give us some help. You know, I came close to finding him once.
Don't tell me there's more. I'm lost enough as it is.
Well, let's see. Some feller named Ansem, who wasn't really Ansem, became a Heartless. Does that mean a nobody got created when that happened too?
Yup. And that nobody is the leader of the organization.
What?
I know I've met this fake Ansem before, and I've seen the leader of Organization XIII, too. Kind of felt like being around the same fella.
So, where did you meet this guy?
Gosh, I can't remember. Ansem the Wise, the real Ansem, must know the imposter's true identity. That's why I've got to find him and ask him about it.
You started all of this. Because of you, Riku and Kairi. Oh, Your Majesty, do you know where Riku is?
He's... I'm sorry. I can't help.
Really, Your Majesty? Are you sure?
I'm sorry, Sora.
What about Kairi? Organization 13 might have kidnapped her.
Oh, no! Sora, Donald, Goofy. I was planning to go get help from Ansem the Wise, but now I know I forgot the most important thing. Helping others should always come before asking others for help. We're safe and sound and free to choose. So there's no reason we shouldn't choose to help our friends. Let's look for Riku and Kairi together.
Outside!
Sounds like we gotta start by helping out here.
So yeah, that was a lot to take in. So yeah, the Ansem we fought in the first Kingdom Hearts is really... Well, I guess technically it's the guy in the picture. Well, yeah, I guess it is, because that's what Mickey said. But, if that guy's a Heartless, and the organization leader is the Nobody, then that must mean that there must be a imposter, like Mickey said. So there's another guy we haven't met or seen yet. But don't worry, we will get the answer to that too by the end of the episode. And that guy created... Well, that guy's heart loss turned into the Ansem from the first game. And the organization's leader, who we're also going to meet by the end of this episode. So again, a lot of fun stuff. So yeah, that Ansem isn't the real one, which is funny, because they went the entire game making you think it was. Which also means that the Ansem reports, and I'll quickly go to the journal right here. Yeah, so, back it up. Over. Yeah, so the Ansem reports that I read to you, good people, at the end of the Kingdom Hearts 1 Let's Play, those were written by the fake. They are not the real Ansem. That is the fake Ansem writing his report. And the secret Ansem reports here are from Ansem the Wise, the real Ansem, that guy in the picture we saw. Where he is right now, Mickey doesn't know. No one knows actually right now where he is. And these things are his own report. I can't read these to you just yet because they do touch on a lot of spoilers that we haven't gotten to yet. So I am going to save those for the ends, but suffice it to say, those are the real Ansem, and what I read to you guys in the first game wasn't really him. I'm sorry I had a lot of you guys the entire time, but it's a pretty big plot point that I would hate it to have spoiled earlier. It would have made things a lot easier to explain that he's not who he says he is, but it's too much fun to let these things mellow and go on. So we're going to head out and deal with more cutscenes.
Hear me, my Heartless. Attack the white husks. Sweep them away.
What are you, nuts? We're never gonna win. I don't know about you, but I'm out of here, sister.
You pathetic coward. Heartless, leave the White Ones. Turn your attention to Sora and his friends.
Uh-oh!
Yeah, so it's like Kingdom Hearts Civil War over here. We've got the Heartless fighting the Nobodies fighting the Heartless. It's like brother against brother. Oh, the dancing Heartless. I hate the dancing Heartless. They're probably not going to kill me, but if you're low-leveled, they hurt because they will grab you when they glow like that, dance around with you, and then throw you away, and they take a lot of health. Right now, I'm pretty good because my defense is up, and I've got a lot of health to begin with, but eesh, they hurt. They hurt something really bad if you don't have the right level. Also, I'm kind of hoping for the right reaction command here, but it's probably not going to happen. Yes, you want to try to make sure you're always at full health or near full health if you're fighting dancers, because if they do pick you up, you could be in a spot of trouble if they get you. And trust me, they're going to most likely get to you fast if you don't have like the quick traversal moves like the high jump and everything. So that's one down. Also, be careful with that fire thing. Those little balls can still track you down after they die, and they kind of hurt. They just throw you up in the air for a little bit. That's probably the most thing you'll have to deal with. We also got another Keyblade, if you saw from the scene when we left Space Paranoids, but it's not any better than the one I have on. So I'm gonna hold out for this Keyblade a little longer. I finally remembered when the next Keyblade switch is going to happen, and that will do it for that little room. I think there's a cutscene after this.
Where's Maleficent?
Looks like she ran away.
Well, that was pretty lame of her.
I guess we picked the wrong side.
Lame,
supposed to be
chivalry. You right? I mean,
Minus 58 respect points for her.
Am I lame this up? So I figured she'd be okay to check where are the goblins without because she seemed that way. Like treasureless wings or something. I thought this was
Hey,
chance,
if you're looking to pick sides, why don't you pick Leon's? They can always use help.
Does this Leon have any treasure?
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Perfect!
Come on.
Who are you?
Oh, we're nothing worth mentioning.
Just 3 treasure fanatics.
Later, taters!
Did Leon really have any treasure? We don't have time for you. Whoa.
and Sephiroth.
Ain't Sephiroth the one who's supposed to be the dark part of Cloud's heart?
Did Cloud tell you that? Then he must understand now.
Just what are you gonna do to him?
Nothing. Cloud is the one who hungers for darkness.
He said he's got a score to settle with you.
I see. He wants to meet me again. Then I should give him what he wants. That last bit of light is always the hardest to snuff out.
Alright, so this is a new scene. Originally the scene ended and we were able to continue, but this is something new that I have to talk about. Huh? They came from that hole over there. Uh-huh. Also, yeah, that's probably something in that previous scene you never thought was ever going to happen. Donald Duck saying Sephiroth's name. I don't remember that being there before. I wonder where it leads. We don't have time for that now. We have to go after the king. Yeah, so originally the game continued from this point. So that was Sephiroth. He does look a bit like Cloud. I'd like to tell Cloud, but we have to help the others first. Yeah, so Sephiroth actually has a plot device here. The town's crawling with Heartless and Nobodies. What's going on? Lena and the others headed towards the Bailey. We better go find them. Yeah, so Hallow Bastion's kind of under siege right now. We've got to get into action. But real quick, let's go over to the hole over here. So this area, the hole in the wall, this isn't in the original Kingdom Hearts. This is something new to Final Mix. So if we go in, we drop down, and we have entered the Cavern of Remembrance, the Depths. This is a bonus dungeon of sorts that you can do now, although it's physically impossible to probably do because it's very difficult and it requires you leveling up the drive form. So if you noticed here, there's a little ball floating above this thing and it's red. Basically, it means that if I didn't have high jump on, I wouldn't be able to get over this thing. So if I had the regular jump, I'd only be going about this high. Would never be able to make that. But because I have high jump level 2, I can make this jump and I can get to the first chest. So you can go, boom, there you go. And I got AP boost, so that's pretty cool. You can actually go here and grab the chest, and I'll show you what this looks like. I don't think there's any talking on here because these are all scenes from the extended version of the game. So yeah, this is the special dungeon, and it's got a lot of high-leveled enemies, and you can't really get through it without all of the drive forms. So even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to get too far in here because you would need the final form in the game, which I don't have access to, and I would also need to have the form that Mickey just gave us back in the room, Master Form. I would need that to be leveled up as well. But if you notice up there, I'll try to go into first person, that door over there looks a lot like a door from Castle Oblivion. So maybe. I won't reveal exactly what the secret is at the end here. Suffice it to say, even after you make it through all this, and it's hard as hell, the reward at the end, as cool as it is even harder. We're not going to be tackling the Cavern of Remembrance on this file because it will require me to go to level 100 probably, or close to it, and I don't have time to grind. Thankfully, the reward at the end is replayable, so I will be able to load my 100% file and just continue from there. But I just wanted to show this off to you guys right now. This is a new thing for Final Mix, and it's pretty cool. Well, I'll show the whole thing off when we get back to the 100% file, but we're not going to be doing that till probably, I'd say, maybe before the final boss. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll help.
Sora, behind you.
Guys, why isn't Eris fighting? She has a weapon. Pretty sure she had a staff when she was fighting in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, so I really could use another I don't have Goofy's thing on, really? I feel like Goofy should have a limit break at this point. I probably don't have it turned on. Either that or I just haven't been paying attention. Let me try to kill these guys. I hate the dancers. They're so annoying. Thank God they lock you in this little corner, otherwise I'd be still fighting them around. But look at how much, but you know, they are annoying, but damn worth every piece of experience they give you. 238 smackerel points of EXP, which you gotta admit, pretty good deal. You gotta worry about dying, but you get a good chunk of XP. They don't have any reaction command, so don't expect it. Also, a big problem here is that now you see that little orb that's floating around? That was the town's defense system to help us fight the Heartless, but now it's been corrupted by the MCP, so it's kind of attacking me as well. So if I stay on the ground too long, it's probably going to hit me. These guys are pretty easy, the little silver mutatey guys. I love them. They like mutate into like birds and little like waffle irons. It's cool. It's a cool design. Also, there's that wall I mentioned. Notice how it has a giant hole in it now. I'm going to use Comet just because I want to try to kill these guys a little faster. Actually, you know, screw it. I will show you guys what Master Form looks like. Hopefully, I'm waiting for the special thing to happen, and it happened to me off camera. I'm sure some people that have played the game are probably wondering why I haven't shown off that other drive ability. If you remember back in the first episode, there was something about seeing something with darkness. Yeah, that actually happened off screen like 3 times. So if it's counting, it's going to maybe say that at some point. Yeah, strength increase. Nice. Yeah, so this is Master Form. Master Form is sick because you actually have a Keyblade that you don't even hold. See that Keyblade in front? Sora's like telekinesis in.
The king's in the Bailey. You better head over there.
Got it. Whoa.
Think you can handle this many?
Well, might be tough if one more shows up.
Then that'll have to be the one I take care of.
What? You're fighting too?
Sephiroth!
I understand that you've been looking for me.
Yeah. Once I get rid of you, the darkness will go away.
Can you do it? That darkness comes from your own dark memories. Do you think you can erase your past?
Shut up!
Face it. You turn your back on the present and live in the past. Because the light of the present is too much.
You don't know me!
Cloud!
I know. Because I am you.
Cloud! Wait! Huh?
Leon, everybody, hang in there.
So yeah, I think Sora has the world's greatest eyesight. He was able to see all that. I'm gonna let the gauge run out here for Master Form. Make it a little bit easier for me the next thing. Thank you. So yeah, for leveling up Master Form, you have to collect all of the little yellow orbs. And as soon as we go through here, we're going to have a boss fight. Well, a cutscene, then a boss fight.
Okay, fellas, you've got to go find Riku and Kairi.
But Leon and the others are friends too.
Don't worry, there's already lots of help here. We'll take care of this fight.
But I promised Leon.
Donald, Goofy, take Sora and get going.
Riku, Kairi, give me a little time, okay?
Your Majesty! We understand. We'll go search for Riku and Kairi.
Right. Watch for danger.
You be careful too.
Wait, you guys.
Sora, do as you're told.
You're coming with us whether you want to or not.
Come on, Sora. You gotta be good.
Gotcha.
Well then, skedaddle.
Let's go.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
Hope you can forgive us.
Real quick, I'm pretty sure that when... Oh, this is important. This is a special new cutscene.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it.
Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds. That place must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem, I've been thinking...
They are not. Those thoughts are best forgotten.
It has been far too long, friend.
Zexion! Zexion!
Right here. What is it?
Where is Lord Xemnas?
His usual spot?
The Chamber of Repose?
Yes. Go and see for yourself.
That isn't funny! I suppose I have no choice but to wait. But the clock is ticking. Time is running out. What to do? Why is he never around when I need him? It's almost as if he knows I'm looking for him.
You know, I don't like that place either. What about you, Zexion? What do you think?
I think eavesdropping is intrusive. Why are you even here? You and Zaldin were tasked to recruit new members. Have you forgotten, or were you procrastinating?
As if. I'm doing my job. I'll have you know, I found one just yesterday. Mar something. That puts the organization's count at 11. And since I've been working so hard, I had Lexius take my place for the day. I want to rest up for tomorrow, so I can wake up feeling nice and refreshed.
Is that so? Well then, I will leave you to it. I have work to catch up on. Good day.
Oh, don't be like that. Come on, stay and talk. Isn't it time you told me about Xemnas' secret? How long ago was it? When a bunch of warriors wielding key-shaped swords appeared and unleashed a spectacular battle. And when it was all over, all that was left was a man lying unconscious without his memories. Xemnas, Xehanort, was found by Ansem right around then, wasn't he?
Your point?
The Chamber of Repose. If you recall, that's where we spent our time researching the darkness that resides within people's hearts. It's a graveyard that was sealed by order of Ansem the Wise. The first thing Xemnas did once he got rid of him was to undo the seal and build a room in the back. Ever since then, he holds himself up in that room when he can and he talks to someone. But who? For all I know, he's the only one in that room.
Need I repeat myself about eavesdropping?
Not eavesdropping. Couldn't hear what they were saying. Dying to find out what it was, though. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
I know I would very much like to focus on my own duties. As you should with yours. For we need to prepare the new facility immediately. But there are only 11 of us in the organization. We're going to need a few more hands on deck.
What new facility? Oh, you mean Castle Oblivion. What does Xemnas plan on doing with that place, anyway?
He already shared his intentions with us.
But did you know there's something he didn't share? The Chamber of Repose is part of a pair. The Chamber of Waking is the other. Another graveyard, if you want to call it that. It was constructed by someone other than Xemnas himself. And that's where he'll find it. That's where he'll find his other friend.
Hey, you guys are looking lively. Didn't we catch you messing around in the underworld? How'd a wimp like you get into Organization XIII? I bet you can't even fight.
Yeah, but we can.
You shouldn't judge anyone by appearance.
Oh, I told them they were sending the wrong guy. Who is this kook?
Remember, the organization's made up of nobodies.
Right. No hearts.
Oh, we do too have hearts. Don't be mad.
You can't trick us.
Silence, traitor.
See, Kingdom Hearts was doing the whole traitor thing long before Kylo Ren said it. Like, by about almost that's about 10 years. So this is the very first organization fight that we're going to have to deal with. And no, it's not just going to be the water clones. We are actually going to fight Demyx here. And again, they don't mention his name. I don't believe in this version. In Days, they say his name. So I think that's how you pronounce it. If I've said it wrong, I'm terribly sorry. But they don't like to say his name. I don't know why they don't just say characters' names. You know, it just makes it a little bit easier. I mean, you can't just expect that people read all the information before the game came out and knows who it is. So yeah, it's the same basic thing like from the Underworld. You just get to do the thing with the water forms, and then after it's done, you'll be able to wail on them. And I'm going to, I should have put drive attack on. I'm going to use Comet on him because that'll keep him elevated a little bit, and it should be able to keep him up in the air. Let me just keep hitting him. I can do a few good hits on him, and then use Comet. He moves around a little fast. Comet Rain should unleash a nice barrage on him. He's already got 2 bars down. This fight can be a little tricky because of how he shoots out the water. Sometimes the water thing can like land on your head or he'll throw it out. Be careful when he starts playing the sitar again. It may summon the water forms, but trust me, if he does that thing again where you have to do it in a certain number of time, the timer will show up. So don't ever think that if he just does the water forms, it means, oh boy, you gotta quickly attack him. Also, I've got this nice counter dodge move, so if he does hit me, I can jump right back into it. There we go. Doing pretty good so far. At level 4 with the drive gauge. I'd like to finish him off with Master Form. Also, I'd really like to turn into the special thing, but I bet you $20 that's not gonna happen on camera. I'm gonna have to probably just show you guys that separately. I'm gonna heal in the off chance. Actually, I think I can break it. Master. No, Donald's dead. I gotta heal first. Oh, he's doing the water forms. Don't do that yet. Alright, so yeah, near the end of his life, he's going to do this, and you're gonna have like a millisecond here, like 10 seconds, not really a millisecond, but a quick amount of time to do all this really fast, and I believe that should do it. Drive! Everybody's still dead. Dang it. Do I have any items that can... Oh, Mega Potion. Sweet. Master Form! Oh, I forgot. There is actually one reaction command, but I rarely get it. Alright, Master Form. I was kind of hoping I'd get the special one, but, dang it. I told you, I'm probably not going to get that. Yeah, so at the end here, he'll do this thing where he shoves a wall of water at you, which I think is cheap. But, yeah, so there's aerial dodge. I did it real fast up there in the air when I spun around. I'm going to try to land behind him. He just did the triangle command again. And I'm just going to wail on him, and then hopefully I do the spinny... I like the spinny move. I like the spinny vortex move because it's sick. Because I get to, like, just spin around 2 keyblades. Also, this is kind of a pointless fight to attack him with because he can't actually do anything. And I think he's doing the water clones again. Damn it. I should just finish them off. Right, quickly swing him around. Swing around, Sora. This fight's actually going pretty good. I remember that I struggled with this fight a lot. I'm telling you, I'm definitely the right level. I'm definitely doing a lot better on this playthrough than I've ever done before. And I'm going to finish him off right now. One more hit. One more. I don't think Mickey can save you in this fight. You have to beat him on your own. Oh, come on. You see, this is the one thing I hate about Kingdom Hearts 2. You have to finish them off with a combo. You have to hit them with that. So I did uppercut and I got him. I got an armor slot, so that'd be good for another piece of equipment if I find one. And that's it for Demix. Or Demix, however you say it. And so he's kind of a wasted character here in Kingdom Hearts 2. You kind of have to play Days to see the rest of them. So yeah, I feel like that sometimes happens with some of the organization members. Some are more elaborated on than others.
Anyone from the organization who'd like to be next?
Hey, Sora! Gonna organize them?
Yeah, we gotta go help our friends out first.
Oh, sorry.
Then let's go!
Aha! There you are! You sure have lots of friends to help. So, I guess we better all pull together and finish this battle for good.
Yes, Your Majesty! Look out! Wow!
Goofy!
No.
Hey! You're the king's captain! You gotta get up!
Come on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream.
Goofy?
Goofy!
This is not happening. It can't be happening. It can't.
They'll pay for this.
So yeah, Goofy's gone. He's dead. That just happened. Yep, Goofy's gone. He's not in the party anymore, and we're moving on without him. Yep, just me and Donald now. Yep, it's kind of a twist that you don't see coming, but it happens, and now we've got to go the rest of the game. We just Sora and Donald, at least for now, and we'll get a new party member maybe a little bit later. We shall see. Also, you're probably wondering, Chris, why haven't you spoken about that giant cutscene that happened before? So yeah, that entire cutscene, I didn't really want to do it over the boss fight. That entire cutscene we just saw with all the organization members, some of it was taking place in the present. So when we saw the guy in the hood going down into that chamber, as we then heard from the other guy in the hood, that was a flashback. When we saw Zexion and Vexen, obviously that's a flashback, because they're talking about how they just got Marluxia into the organization. So that's clearly all a flashback. But it's there to explain where the guy at the beginning of the flashback is. So that is, they kind of spoiled it already. Really, we would have found out the organization leader's name at the end of this next section. So yeah, Xemnas is the leader of the organization, and that's the guy that was going down into the facility at the bottom of the weird computer room that we saw earlier. And if you noticed, there was a suit of armor down there with a keyblade next to it. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't really talk more. The other guy in the hood in the flashback that was talking to Zexion, he knows a lot more than he's letting on, and he's talking about events that have yet to that have already unfolded, but we have yet to see. That's all I'm going to say. If I talk about that anymore, it's heavily hitting on spoilers. They kind of explained a little more in that scene. If you're paying attention, you probably got a couple more details, but I am not going to explain any more on it. I will let the game explain as we go, because it is very heavily on leaning on the spoilers, and it does spoil a big chunk of another game in the series. So I'm done talking about that, and we're going to move on. But yeah, that scene isn't in the original game, but I love that it's here because it's really well done. It just shows how good some of the voice acting is when it comes to the organization members, especially the one that's in the hood that we haven't seen his face yet. That guy's a real ass. So yeah, we get to fight alongside some Final Fantasy characters here while we beat up the Heartless, because Donald's kind of gone on ahead. So Yuffie here for right now. You can't control them. It kind of sucks, but yeah, they got some cool moves, although I really do feel like I do most of the heavy lifting, which tends to be most games. Cool thing is, after you beat each one, you just automatically get to move on. It just fades out, and then you get to move to the next little mini section. I think Squall is next? Yep, Squall is next. We're trapped. Defeat all the Heartless. Yeah, so hopefully we get to do the Rising Sun. I love Rising Sun command because you can just sweep through everything, and it works even after they're dead. So even if you cut through the little knight guy that gave you the Rising command thing, you can still use it like about 4 times. I want to try to use the reaction command on that big spike thing, but I feel like I'm going to kill him before I get a chance to. So yeah, if you manage to beat the spike guys down a bit to about like halfway of their health bar, they'll do a move similar to the big bodies, where they're going to try to like do a desperation move, and hopefully Squall doesn't kill this guy. I think he probably won't. No, thanks, Squall. I'm trying to show the good people a reaction command. Alright, let's move on forward. Next area, I believe now we get Tifa. Yep, Tifa with her cool kung fu. Yeah, Tifa's really cool with the punching and kicking stuff. And I think if you, one of them, all their moves are from the games. Like that blue thing you're seeing, that's like Final Heaven, which was like her ultimate limit breaking stuff. Oh, he just did it. He just did it. So yeah, if you keep them alive, you can do this thing called Bump and then Meteor Spike, and you'll throw them down into the ground a few times, and that can damage the other enemies. So it's helpful when there's like 4 of these guys, and they start ganging up on you, and there's some other Heartless running around. Yeah, like right now there's a lot of them. So right now doing Bump would be a very practical thing to do. Also, I learned, I don't think I've learned that other move yet, but there's something I want to equip later on, I think, with the accessory command that I got. Also, some shadows over here. I'll take those out while Tifa deals with Spiky over there. Yep, thanks, Tifa. And I'm at max. Nice. When you're at max and you're alone, this kind of sucked because there was a few sections where you were by yourself. You can only use limit form when you're alone, but that works out rather well, honestly. Alright, and the last section, we get to fight with Cloud. My favorite, or one of my favorite characters from Final Fantasy. I like Cloud. My favorite, even though I said Final Fantasy IX is my favorite, that main character in that game, he's okay. I don't mind him. I like that he's different from Squall and Cloud, because Squall and Cloud are kind of, they're the same architect of character. They're like the loner. They're like the everything is cold type guy that doesn't like smile or whatever. And Zidane in Final Fantasy IX was like the total opposite. He was like a playboy. He was like, he would flirt with anything that moved. He was very energetic. Totally the polar opposite of what Squall and Cloud were. So, you know, just something to think about. And if you look real quick, Cloud just jumps up and phases into the air. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, let's head into this little crystal cave over here to rest up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but...
Goofy.
Hey, fellas!
Goofy!
You know, that really hurt.
Aw, Goofy.
Of course, Your Majesty. I get bumped on the head all the time. That hurt too!
Don't you ever do that again!
Alright, yeah, big surprise, Goofy's not dead. Are you kidding me? Goofy gets hit on the head, like he said, every single time. It's like an occupational hazard at this point. You really thought they were going to kill him off? Yeah, that's kind of a weird one. Granted, I'd already spoiled the game, so I knew Goofy sure as hell wasn't dead. I give him credit for trying to do that, but I mean, like, we kind of knew he wasn't dead. Like, even if you watch just the opening thing on the menu, you kind of knew he was going to be in the later levels, so, yeah. Kind of a weird thing to do. Hopefully Kingdom Hearts 3 handles the deaths of characters a little bit better. So yeah, we got the cure element, so now we have Cura, I believe, and Goofy is back. However, this is what I was talking about. When characters leave your party like that, and then they come back, the game is retarded, and it cuts everything off. I don't know why they do this, and there's the limit command that I haven't put on yet. Let's do item booster. Let's do defender instead. This way maybe he stays alive a little bit longer. Let's check Donald out. I don't think there's anything new for him to equip. And for me, did I get anything? Well, I can't even put damage on yet. Trinity limit. That's another limit you can use by yourself, but it's 5 points. I'm going to put that on a little bit later in the game. And now I'm just going to open up the chests that are in this area. There should be a map in this one. Oh, nope, torn pages. There we go. All right, that's the third torn page. See, again, that's not really hidden anywhere. It's in a chest. So yeah, that's 3. There's 2 more to go. That's the map. AP boost. This be the map. Always a map in the big chest, and this should be a crystal embedding. Energy crystal. There we go. And let's talk to Goofy. Yuck! I don't know what would have happened, but I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry if I made you worried. What could happen next? We better prepare ourselves for anything. Sometimes we get split up like we were earlier and can't help each other. At times like that, try using your enemies to fight. I guess with the reaction commands. All right, let's see what Mickey has to say. Also, I love Mickey's design. It's a little bit different from his Chain of Memories look, where but again, Tetsuya Nomura loves himself some zippers. I don't know why, but he really does love zippers. It's kind of weird. Like, I should have been doing a zipper counter too. I'm glad everyone's alright, but we can't relax just yet. We have to rally together for all of our friends' sakes. Yeah, so this is the last save point, and we're about to enter the final 2 areas of Hallow Bastion. There's this open moor, and then a little cliffside thing, and then that's going to be it. This episode's going on pretty long, but the cutscenes are kind of killing us this time, not so much the gameplay. But I want to finish up this whole thing in one episode. I'd rather not split it.
Huh? What's with them?
Hey!
It's the guy who's got Ansem.
You mean it's his nobody?
The leader of Organization XIII.
Wait a minute. Now I know. Wise Ansem, I'm here to seek your advice.
I'm glad we have the opportunity to speak like this, my friend. I'm intrigued by your hypothesis, and I'm finding it difficult to stave off the urge to test it. Still, I'm concerned about the stability of the worlds.
Yup, that's what worries me too.
The doors that appeared, the place the Heartless seek. I fear my research may have brought this upon us.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it! Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds. That place must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem, I've been thinking...
They are not. Those thoughts are best forgotten.
Now I remember. Xehanort, Ansem's apprentice. The leader of Organization XIII is Xehanort's nobody.
Let's go! Move it!
You can't let Xehanort get away!
Right!
Alright, so this is it. And I wasn't holding the controller. Battle of the 1,000 Heartless. So yeah, there's 1,000 Heartless in this little map. And this is pretty impressive at a PS2. I mean, obviously this is going to be Child's Play on PS4, but this was pretty cool for back in the day. The coolest way to do this, I have done a couple of challenges with this where I've actually tried to fight just using the X button. It's a little insane to do it that way, but you theoretically can do it. Best thing to do is try to use Rising Sun when you can. Snag, though, is the optimal thing you want to do here. You want to do Snag because that will clear out a huge chunk of enemies. So you definitely want to get on that when you can. Let me heal real fast because I don't want to die. So yeah, there's 1,000 Heartless in this little area. Again, a technical achievement, to be fair. I mean, It couldn't have been that easy to put them all here. It is kind of cheap. Only about like 20 of them at a time will actively hit Sora. It's the time. It's a PS2. I mean, you can't expect amazingly great things, but ambitious as hell that they were able to do this. In fact, fun fact, if you go watch the original trailer for Kingdom Hearts 2, this scene was shown in that trailer. This area was in there, even though we didn't really get to see it. Well, it wasn't in the original Kingdom Hearts, and they obviously were still trying to use that model, because in that first trailer you can see places that we had been in the first game. But originally there were going to be 2 behemoths, those giant enemy guys with the horns that we fought in the first Kingdom Hearts. There was 2 of them in this area. I guess they had issues, putting them all in here, programming them all together. Also, all these 1,000 Heartless and a giant, 2 giant behemoths probably would have killed the frame rate, and who knows if it even could have ran. So they had to cut out the behemoths, which, disappointing. But I mean, you gotta do what technically is sound, and sometimes you gotta cut things out. So it's understandable why they did it. So yeah, snag works amazing because look at that, you can take out a whole bunch of them. So if you want, hover near the floaty guys and then just sort of wait them out, and then you can just snack them all down like that. Like there we go, boom. So I like to move a little closer, and then I like to do a quick cleanse right like that. Go a little closer. Sparkle Ray, cleanse out again. We're doing pretty good. I want to try to do this a little fast because this episode is going to be almost an hour. I'm sorry this episode is going on long, but I unfortunately was trying. I was remembering the PS2 version, which doesn't have the long cutscenes, because that cutscene that we got with the flashbacks were a little long. I forgot about that. Also, so let's finally have our answer. So yes, Xehanort, Ansem's apprentice. That is the main bad guy that we're dealing with here. It's because of him. He's the one that encouraged all these experiments. He's the one that led to the real Ansem being banished from Hallow Bastion. And he is the one that is the cause of our problems, because it's his Heartless and his Nobody that have been bothering us for these first 2 games. So yes, his Heartless, it was the thing in the first game that was calling himself Ansem, because I guess he needed a name. And now we finally we see Xemnas, that's his Nobody, and that's who is also causing us problems. So but it means basically Xehanort's dead. Or at least that guy's dead, because he became a Heartless and a Nobody, so clearly his original form doesn't exist anymore. So at least he's gone. We just gotta worry about his Nobody now, and then he's completely off the table. So I mean, we're making progress unintentionally here. So it's a little confusing, but it does kind of make sense. The hints are all there. It does sort of seem like the biggest plot twist ever. Thankfully, Final Mix is making it a little bit easier by explaining all the backstory. So yeah, we did hear a little bit about. We heard some of that cutscene in the flashback when Xemnas was walking down the circular path. We heard like a flashback, and that was what we just saw with Mickey. So they kind of reused the audio again. Again, I think they redid some of the lines with different voice actors, so they could probably put it all together. Because again, this was added in afterwards. I don't know why they didn't do that scene after this. I feel like that should have been at the end of the chapter, not in the middle. I feel like, but I guess there was too much stuff happening at the end of the chapter that they couldn't deal with it. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, we just got to defeat this last 40, and then we are good to move on. And this is pretty much it. There isn't really a boss fight to end off this level. It's really just this 1,000 Heartless that you have to fight. So yep, there they are, 997. And I leveled up a few times. I usually level up a bit, and there's 2 left. So yeah, this is it, 9,000. Well, not 9,000. I wish it was 9,000. Well, maybe 9,000 in the next game. 999, and boom, 1,000. And we get guard break, and I believe cutscenes.
Where's the king?
There he is!
Come on!
Your Majesty!
Xehanort!
How long has it been since I abandoned that name?
Out with it, Nobody! Where's Kairi? Where's Riku?
I know nothing of any Kairi. As for Riku, perhaps you should ask your king.
Stop!
He's gone.
Sora Duty.
What's going on?
Way to fall right into their trap. Come on, it's a setup by Organization XIII. Xemnas is using you to destroy the Heartless. That's his big master plan.
Xemnas?
The guy you just saw. He's their leader. Got it memorized? Xemnas.
Organization 13 wants to get rid of the Heartless?
Man, you're slow. Every Heartless slain with that Keyblade releases a captive heart. That is what the organization is after.
So what are those guys gonna do with the hearts?
I'm not telling.
Tell us!
You're the one who kidnapped Kyrie.
Bingo. The name's Axel. Got it memorized?
Where is Kyrie? Please, just tell me.
Look, about Kyrie, I'm sorry.
Axel.
Uh-oh.
We'll ensure he receives the maximum punishment.
I don't care about any of that. Just let me into the realm of darkness, okay?
If it's Kyrie you're worried about, don't. We're taking very good care of her.
Take me to her.
Is she that important to you?
Yeah, more than anything.
Show me how important.
Please.
So you really do care for her. In that case, the answer's no.
You run!
Are you angry? Do you hate me? Then take that rage and direct it at the Heartless. Pitiful Heartless, mindlessly collecting hearts. And yet, they know not the true power of what they hold. The rage of the Keyblade releases those hearts. They gather in darkness, masterless and free, until they weave together to make Kingdom Hearts. And when that time comes, we can truly, finally exist.
What in the world do you think you're prattling on about? Kingdom Hearts belongs to me. The heart of all kingdoms. The heart of all that lives. A dominion fit to be called Kingdom Hearts must be my dominion!
Maleficent, no! No more Heartless!
I do not take orders from you!
Fool.
Oh no!
While I keep these creatures at bay, you devise a way to vanquish them forever.
Maleficent.
Do not misunderstand me. I shall have my revenge on you yet.
Maleficent!
Leave now.
I don't take orders from you.
Sure, come on!
But what about...
Now then, where did we leave off?
Huh? are you guys on anyway?
The Heartless ally with whoever's the strongest. Yes, Sora. Extract more hearts.
No! The hearts! Maybe everything we've done, maybe it was all for nothing. What am I supposed to do if I can't use the Keyblade?
Imbeciles! You can't be trusted to do anything.
Huh?
Sora! Donald! Goofy!
Relax. Those three aren't going down that easily. The Keyblade's chosen one. He's a lucky kid.
See you soon.
Sora knows the truth now. The more Heartless that he defeats, the closer he is to becoming our perfect puppet. This new knowledge will make him that much harder to control.
What does it matter, really? Whatever his circumstances, Sora has never been able to help himself from saving people from the Heartless. It's what his pure little heart wants.
There. The dice have been cast. Things are in motion. He can't stop this.
Nothing is set in stone. If the dice aren't in your favor, he will share Demyx's fate.
The fun is in not knowing, isn't it? What is the point of betting on something if you already know the outcome?
Are you sure that defeating him won't derail the organization's plan?
If he is to die so easily, he is of no use to us.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. It's not in my nature to hold back.
I guess help comes from unexpected places.
Sure does.
Maybe everything we've done, maybe it was all for nothing. What am I supposed to do if I can't use the Keyblade?
Imbeciles! You can't be trusted to do anything.
Huh?
What's this place?
It must be the realm of darkness. Kairi! Riku!
What? Who's there? What is it?
Or you want to open that? Gorge, it's the gang from Twilight Town. There's Hayner, Pence, Olette, and,
Roxas. No. The name just popped into my head. This is Roxas.
Are you sure you want to eat that?
Salty? No. Sweet!
Not yet. I gotta look for Kyrie.
A photo and some ice cream. Wonder if there's some sort of clue. And who would have left them for us anyway?
Riku?
You think?
Just this feeling I got.
Yeah! Well, almost, yeah!
Hey, what if the Heartless are back again? I can't use the Keyblade. That would only help the organization.
But Sora, I think you have to use it. If we don't fight them, the Heartless will keep on hurting folks.
Okay, so we are back on the world map. Some things have changed a little bit. You might notice this green swirly stuff and a little bit more dark stuff. So the map has closed off a little bit. So yeah, we can't go all the way back to the Prior Lands are completely off the map. Halloween Town and Agrabah are locked off. But we have the option to go to, I believe, 3 worlds right now. Olympus Coliseum is also pulled off the map. So we can go back to Beast Castle, the Land of Dragons, and you'll notice now they all have 2 little things next to their names up there with the keyholes. So that there's a brand new episode. Also, they've all got the little swirly light so on top of them. So that's how you know there's something new. So Hallow Bastion has another light because I believe if you go to the episode list, investigate the Cave of Remembrance, and then there's the page. So that's another thing to do. I think real fast, if I go to here, I want to show something off real fast before we go and end it off. I know this episode is very, very long, but the cutscenes really killed me on this one. Honestly, I did not think it was going to be that long. The ravine... No, I went the wrong way. Sorry, I wanted to go backwards. I wanted to go forward, not backwards. I went backwards instead of going forward. Yeah, the Great Maw. So if you go to the Great Maw... do they show up now? No, they don't. Damn it, I was hoping they would be here, but it's not. Maybe it's not till the end. I probably should show them off at some point. I probably have to do one individually. I don't think they show up there at first. I always think they're supposed to, but they never do. So there are 2 keyholes in Hallow Bastion. I believe one is for completing the 100-Acre Wood, and the other one is for beating the optional boss fight that appears here. But that won't appear until, I believe, a little bit later on. We have to do one more thing in Hallow Bastion. Or actually, there might be a 3rd episode in general when we come back. I can't remember exactly how that one works, but we will figure it out as we go. But yeah, you can go to Port Royal again. You can go to Land of Dragons or Beast Castle right now. Recommended order would be Land of Dragons with 35, Beast Castle with 36, Port Royal with 37. So there's brand new stories to engage in, and if we come over here, you'll notice something in the darkness over here. Yep, this is the final level, and unfortunately we can't get to it yet until we save a couple of worlds. So basically, this is the second half of the game. Hallow Bastion, that whole episode was like a giant midpoint, essentially. And now we're back, and we are ready to continue the last game. So as we go through each world now, that's going to be at the final time for each world. I'll be pointing out anything cool as we go through. But yeah, this is going to be the second half of the game, and this is a little faster. We're not going to do 2 parts. We're going to do everything in 1 part. So 1 part for Land of Dragons, 1 part for Beast Castle, 1 part for Olympus Coliseum, so on and so forth. to get this through a little bit faster, because we are sort of hitting up the episode count a little high here. The episodes are going to be probably about 40 minutes plus. Hopefully I don't die as much. We can get through them as fast as possible. There isn't a ton of cutscenes. It's a lot of dialogue that I'll have to speak with, so it's a little bit more maintainable. So we should have fun with all that. So again, big episode, hour and 15 minutes, almost an hour and 20, Jesus Christ. But we learned a lot. We definitely learned a lot. And this episode was definitely the episode that I'm sure some people that were watching were dying to see, because it's where all the revelations come out. We still don't know everything yet and how it's all going to play out in the end, but we know a little bit more than when we started, which is better than I think. It also shows how cool that whole trip back to Hallow Bastion was, learning everything and all the cool boss fights and everything. So it's one of my favorite return trips. But I will see you guys on the next part, when we tackle the Land of Dragons second visit. And from that point on, we will move on world by world, one episode at a time. So thank you guys for watching. I'm really sorry this was a long one, but kind of underestimated the cutscene length and the gameplay length. Kind of didn't think that through. But yeah, I probably could have done that in 2 parts. But again, I really wouldn't have known when to cut it. I could have done it after Goofy died, but then I feel like that wouldn't have been very nice. And then I could have cut it, let's put it that way. But I like it along an hour and a 60-minute episode. Who doesn't like a good hour-long episode? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next part.